I did so many burpees. 3,000 to be exact.
Bitch. So, how am I gonna follow up my 15 seconds of fame? Spoiler alert, not very creatively. So, yeah, I did 200 burpees a day every day for 30 days. And I know that's pretty damn ridiculous, but I had a few goals in mind. Hear me out. First and foremost, I wanted to improve my skill of doing burpees. Basically, I wanted to decrease the amount of time it would take me to do 100 burpees in a row while maintaining good form. I posted this time trial in a separate video, which I'll link up here and in the description below that you can check out after watching this video, and my time did improve a little bit. Emphasis on a little bit. I also wanted to test a training protocol known as greasing the groove. No, I'm not talking about some hip new dance move. I'm talking about a poorly named yet very effective and interesting training protocol. I'll explain exactly what this is later, but for now just remember the 3 R's. Routine, repetition, Russian. And last but not least, I wanted to help other people get started towards their own fitness goals. At the end of the last burpee video, I specifically said, hey, don't go do 3,000 burpees. And then what happened? Yeah, everybody did burpees. So this was my attempt to kind of promote this month of everybody doing burpees together across the internet so that we could all have this big support group and talk about our burpee experience together rather than everybody going in and doing 100 burpees a day by themselves. And some people even paid me while doing their burpees. Suckers. Just kidding, my noble patrons. I love you, each and every one of you. So that being said, let's get right into the top 5 takeaways. Takeaway 1. Greasing the groove works. So in short, GTG is a training method popularized by former Soviet Special Forces trainer and currently world-renowned kettlebell king, Pavel Tsatsouline. To learn more about Pavel, I'd recommend just finding his interview on the Joe Rogan Experience. In short, he claims that strength is a practice, that low intensity plus high frequency with an emphasis on recovery equals long-term improvements. Pavel applies this method with strength, but it can also be applied to any practice. Say for instance you're trying to learn how to play the piano. Right now you're pretty busy, but you manage to squeeze in 1 hour of dedicated practice once a week, and you feel pretty good about it. Greasing the groove suggests that instead of just bulk practicing for an hour or more on Sunday, you could practice for just 10 minutes every day of the week. Or perhaps you run just one scale every time you walk by the keyboard. Here's the theory in application. It's that the more often you practice something, the more of this neural pathway is formed between your brain, your central nervous system, and the muscles at hand.
Maebell.
So how did I grease my groove? Wow, that sounded bad. 200 burpees a day in this style means roughly 10 burpees once every 45 minutes. That's pretty much what I did. I set some timers and went about my day, and every time a timer went off, I would drop and do 10. Anywhere, anytime. Luckily, this meant mostly at home or at work, but sometimes it meant out in the wild. Yep, I even did some at the casino. Save money and don't play the machines, just do burpees. I was pretty damn spot on for the first week or two, but then I kinda went insane. It's just that mental impact of always thinking about burpees every hour. I'll admit that there were days towards the end where I just got fed up and I busted out like 50 burpees in one session because I just couldn't handle it. Did it work? Yeah, I think it kinda worked. I mean, my form at doing burpees is definitely better. The time it takes me to do 100 burpees did improve. The before and after, I don't know. I did lose 5 pounds. My weight went from hovering around 155 to hovering around 150, but I would probably attribute this more to the holiday season being over. It is worth noting though that with these burpee challenges, I have stopped going to the gym just to focus on doing burpees, and I didn't lose any of my strength gains from the gym. I came back and pretty much picked up where I left off, which is weird, but the burpee is a full body movement, so I guess it makes sense, you know, you're keeping the muscles active. So the muscles stayed there, and I perhaps lost a little bit of fat and water weight, but really abs are carved with a spoon. I mean, this is happening from the diet. Exercise is just the icing on the cake. And unfortunately, I can't have any cake right now because I'm doing 30 days of no sugar. Yay! Takeaway 2, don't be afraid to take it slow. Form is everything. Plyometrics are good, too many reps is dangerous, 200 reps is stupid. At the beginning of this challenge, I was doing my sets of burpees a little too fast. I wasn't taking my time with each one and focusing on proper form, and this resulted in a little bit of pain in my shoulder that I knew was not just muscle soreness, it was more than that. Alright, so we're on day 10, and I'm starting to think that 200 burpees might be a little excessive. So to address this pain, I started taking each burpee a lot slower, focusing on the form and the timing of each one, and I even began to start and end my day with a modification of the burpee that I coined the yoga burpee. It's like in any workout program, when the rep range gets really high, the risk for injury also gets pretty high. So at least for today, I'm gonna find a middle ground for these burpees. I'm going to do a half yoga, half burpee movement. All of this is about getting results. It's not about getting hurt. So I don't wanna put forward some sort of unrealistic expectation of you guys, some unrealistic version of myself. This is an honest challenge, an honest channel, so don't go too crazy, don't hurt yourselves. That's the opposite of fitness. I know that some people are gonna watch this and be like, those first 10 and last 10 burpees totally don't count, bro. Do whatever you can do, man. If 10 warm-up burpees and 10 cool-down burpees every day is gonna make you not injure your shoulder, fucking do that. Training is about getting results. It's not about getting hurt because you did too many reps. Like, don't be afraid to take it slow, people. Slow progress is sustainable progress. Takeaway 3, sometimes sustaining is harder than starting. And sometimes not, but with this challenge specifically, it was so easy to start, but it was really hard to sustain it as the novelty of greasing the groove wore off. Novelty, the most potent of all attractions, is also the most perishable. Andre said that in the 19th century. It was true then and it's true now. I don't think he was talking about burpees, but that is just a fundamental truth of human nature. When humans are motivated by something new and exciting and effective, it's really easy to get going. The problem is, it's hard to keep going because the novelty wears off and motivation is not an endless resource. We burn through it really fast, especially when what we're doing is monotonous and uncomfortable, like burpees or cold showers. So it's in between the wedding and the reception. I had to stop home to let this crazy one out. But I figured, what the hell? Here's some fancy burpees. This greasing the groove thing is pretty cool because you can do it anytime. You can do it in a suit. It's weird.
In case there's anybody out there listening, my name is Chase Barron, and there are just 4 days left of doing 200 burpees a day, every day for 30 days. It's not that the burpees are even hard anymore. It's just that the sheer number is starting to drive me insane. I've been doing roughly 10 burpees once every 45 minutes for 27 days now. I've fallen down and I've gotten back up thousands of times. I'm just not sure how many more times I can fall down. Speaking of which, damn it.
When novelty fades, where do we find motivation? How do we keep going? Now, I'm not an expert in human behavior, but from my own experience, the biggest source of motivation is results. And the only way to get results is to take action. Action is key. Motivation breeds action. Action breeds results, and results breed more motivation. It's a positive feedback loop. Unfortunately, we humans are so quick to let novelty fade. Your brand new diet and exercise routine is not going to be brand new for very long. And when the novelty fades off, how are you going to stick with it? How are you going to keep going? I'm going to suggest sourcing your motivation from results triggered by action. Don't source it from novelty alone, because that is a non-renewable resource and you're going to get bored. Takeaway 4, community breeds consistency. The power of community to create health is far greater than any physician, clinic, or hospital. Mark Hyman. I became so tired of doing burpees and greasing the groove, but in the face of this dip was community.
The 15 or 20, 30 minutes that I dedicate to the burpees in the morning, it makes me focus on self-care.
A huge online web of people doing burpees with me. Whether it's on Patreon, Instagram, or here on YouTube, y'all keep me going. Like, for real.
You want to do something every day for 30 days. So one of the days we will fail to do it.
Yeah.
what to do in this case.
Everyone has a different kind of philosophy behind how they bounce back from this. Through discipline comes freedom.
When you fail to control yourself, you actually hurt yourself.
I did some math, and in the Patreon group alone, we did about 30,000 burpees during the month of January. It's nuts, it's motivating, it's insane, and I don't understand it. But somehow, the community just kind of keeps me going.
If I'm not pushing myself, then what the hell am I doing?
Damn. Wow. Takeaway 5. This was stupid. Doing hundreds of burpees is not a groundbreaking fitness program. You don't have to do 200 burpees a day to get results. More isn't necessarily better. It's just more.
So I'm just 10 burpees away from 6,000 this month. That was 200 a day for 30 days. Was it worth it? Maybe. Was it stupid? Definitely. Should you try it? Probably not. Here we go. I think I'd get more creative than this. We're making chicken. We're making boiled chicken.
It's not the best way to train your body, but it is a great way to train your mind. Too many people spend too much time searching for optimal. They'll spend so long searching for optimal that they never actually get started.
Maebell loves this stuff. It does look pretty good.
I did these 200 burpees a day so that you don't have to. You clicked on this video, you're interested, you're learning, and maybe you're a little bit inspired and motivated right now. There's something that you want to do? Freaking do it. You don't have to set the bar too high. You don't have to be too extreme about it. You just have to get started. And guess what? When you get started, it's okay to fail. It's okay to be a beginner. I stumbled around when I did my first burpee. I stumbled around when I did yoga, and I'm fine. By far, the hardest part of doing burpees all throughout the day is not stepping on Maebell. I'm no expert at succeeding, but I am pretty good at failing, and with each failure, at risk of sounding hokey, I try to learn something. We all know that classic Thomas Edison quote, "I haven't failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." And now we have light bulbs. That's why I'm trying to do 12 different 30-day challenges this year. Not because they're all gonna work and be groundbreaking and revolutionary, because these burpees were horrible, but I'm doing them so that I can learn something from each one and move forward to potentially, hopefully someday live a better, healthier, more optimal life. And the only way to do that is to try. So do me a favor and close out this video. Stop watching YouTube and don't go do 200 burpees, but think about what it is you really want to do and take the first step towards that thing. And after you take that first step, I want you to reopen this window, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.